Welcome to the Packer Mentality Podcast, where I try to keep you up to date and shed a little light on what is happening on and off the field with the Packers. This is the last podcast of 2023, and I have had a lot of fun with this. And I really want to let all of you know that I appreciate that you've tuned in. Thank you so much. Your active participation has been and continues to be a vital part of transforming this channel into something truly special. Take a moment to subscribe, drop your comments, and connect with me on social media at Packer Mentality. Remember, you can locate this podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms. Sunday Night Football. The day games had gone about as well as the Packers could have wished for. The Vikings and the Packers both knew what they needed to do. Win this game, or your season is basically over. The Packers came into the game without any of their top cornerbacks. No Jaire Alexander, no Eric Stokes, and Rasul Douglas was having an amazing day in Buffalo. And congratulations to him. The offense was missing Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, and Luke Musgrave. And by the end of the first half, they'd be missing Jaden Reed too. So what did this team do on Sunday night? They laid an ass kicking on the Vikings 33-10 on the road in front of the Minneapolis crowd. A lot of positives to talk about tonight, and that makes me absolutely ecstatic. I really only had one complaint most of the night, having Samari Torre fielding a punt and then muffing it. That's it. I'm done with the negative. I have to give a lot of credit to the players on the Packers defense, showing so much character after a really tough week. With all the talk about Joe Barry getting fired or not getting fired, and the circus caused by Jaire Alexander, they came out focused and played a hell of a game. And it was a complete game. There were no letdowns by the defense, only allowing 3 points and forcing 2 turnovers. Now, I know the Vikings had 10 points on the board, but I'm putting that touchdown after the muff punt on the special teams. The defensive front got up and in the face of the Vikings quarterbacks. I thought Preston Smith played a hell of a game, but I also saw a lot of Kenny Clark. TJ Slayton was making plays, and the Packers got sacks from a combination of Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt, Keyshawn Nixon, Colby Wooden, and Isaiah McDuffie. 4 total sacks tonight. Now, those guys may get the glory, but the guys who really put in a full night of really strong work tonight, they were in the secondary going up against Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Great work by Keyshawn Nixon, who led the team in tackles, but the coverage also came from Corey Valentine, Carrington Valentine, Jonathan Owens, Darnell Savage, and Anthony Johnson Jr. Those guys chased Jefferson and Addison all night and played their asses off. Without seeing the game film, it certainly looked like most of the time they were in the right positions in close coverage to make the plays tonight, and it was glorious to finally see it, especially when they showed the replays of the coverage in the end zone. On offense, this was a clinic. Aaron Jones followed up last week's great game against the Panthers with another amazing effort. 20 carries for 120 yards, and the Packers finished the game with 39 carries for 177 yards. After struggling in his first game against the Vikings, Jordan Love looked like he was taking his final exam, and he had the answer key in front of him. He had no problem solving the Vikings defense. He was terrific tonight. 24 of 33, 256 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 125.3 rating. And he added a rushing touchdown too. But Jordan got some help from both expected and unexpected places. Jaden Reed, before he got hurt, 6 catches for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he breaks Sterling Sharp's rookie reception record. So congratulations to Jaden. Tight end Tucker Kraft, 6 catches for 48 yards. And when Jaden Reed got hurt, who steps in? Bo Melton, 6 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown. And Bo Melton is the first Packer in 2023 to surpass 100 receiving yards this season. Packers got important catches from a lot of sources. Romeo Dobbs, Malik Heath, Ben Sims, Aaron Jones all had big catches for first downs. Can't get out of here without a big nod to the offensive line, not only for the holes they opened for Aaron Jones, but for not allowing a sack on the way to 470 yards of offense against the number 5 defense in the NFL. We have to feel really good about those numbers considering this group is riddled with injuries at the skill positions. The Packers hold their fate going into the last week of the season against the Bears. The 2022 Packers, they were in the same position last season. So can this team do what last year's team couldn't? We're going to find out. Before we get out of here, your thoughts and comments are crucial to the conversation and the life of this podcast. So be sure to drop them in the comments section, subscribe, and connect with me on social media. Be on the lookout for my Bears preview episode later this week. Until then, have a great weekend. Have a very happy New Year's. Please be safe and go Pack Go.